I know people watch my show for a variety of reasons. It could be for my amazing hair, my beautiful eyes, my quick wit.
Hello everyone and welcome back to The Spotlight. Today we're going to be talking about 10 celebs that can't stand Ellen DeGeneres. Number 10, Wendy Williams.
All right, let's talk about the show. You got renewed for 3 more years. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, it is no secret that Wendy Williams and Ellen DeGeneres aren't exactly best friends. It seems that their competitive nature just seemed to cause some tension between the two talk show titans. Ellen was arguably the biggest daytime talk show host until Wendy Williams came along. A lot of people have found themselves making comparisons between the lives and careers of both hosts. Perhaps these comparisons were responsible for the uncomfortable moments between the two, as shown in 2 different segments on Ellen's show. Wendy's first appearance on the show didn't really go as many people would have thought. Despite a not so great first encounter, Ellen decided to take a chance and invite her on the show once more. In 2016, Williams was back on the show to play a game of Heads Up. The popular game involved guests guessing the name of the celebrity that they see on the screen. Clue for Justin Bieber, Williams jokingly said that Ellen sort of shared a resemblance with the artist, alluding to, yes, the short blonde hair. To many fans, Wendy's comment came across as offensive, and Ellen didn't seem to enjoy it either.
Well,
That's in a good way.
I don't mind that.
He's cute.
He's adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I know.
Number 9, Caitlyn Jenner.
Hi.
Hi, Ellen. How are you doing? We haven't talked in a long time. Anything new?
No,
No.
anything new with you?
No, nothing with me.
Nothing.
Caitlyn Jenner and Ellen DeGeneres. Many people thought the two would get along great because of their supposed similar beliefs and opinions. I mean, Caitlyn Jenner recently made a huge transition, and Ellen is an outspoken gay rights activist, so it seemed like a match made in heaven when they met. But things couldn't have been worse when the two finally encountered one another. During a headline-making appearance on the Ellen DeGeneres Show in 2015, Caitlyn Jenner was asked about same-gender marriage. She admitted that at first she was not in support of it, which caught Ellen by surprise. Following that interview, DeGeneres accused Jenner of passing judgment against non-straight people in marriage during an interview with Howard Stern. The talk show host even went as far as claiming that Jenner probably didn't want to dance with her on the show because she's a lesbian. Jenner revisited that infamous interview with DeGeneres years later in her memoir, The Secrets of My Life, and during an appearance on radio personality Andy Cohen, she told Cohen that she had gotten burnt by Ellen on the topic of marriage equality. She even went further to explain that DeGeneres had asked Jenner before the interview to talk about her shifting views on marriage equality, in which Jenner agreed. On the Cohen show, Jenner also addressed a controversial dancing comment, clapping back by asking, why would anyone in her community say something like that? According to her, not agreeing to dance with her doesn't help the community, Ellen, or even herself. She was pretty baffled. Number 8, Kim Burrell. Not often do you hear stories of people who have been kicked off of TV shows before they even appeared on them, but that's the case with Kim Burrell. Kim was just off the back of her thrilling collab with Pharrell, I Saw a Victory. Ellen invited her to the show not long after. However, things didn't go according to plan. Ellen announced on Twitter that Kim will not be a part of the show anymore in 2017. The talk show host issued that statement after Burrell refused to apologize for her sermon on homosexuality. The sermon was filled with lots of vulgar words that clearly connected with Ellen, coupled with the fact that Ellen was not a big fan of religion, so things got awkward pretty fast. The gospel singer was scheduled to perform a song for the film Hidden Figures alongside Pharrell Williams, but before she could make it on the show, that tape of Burrell preaching at the Love and Liberty Fellowship Church was circulated online. In her message, Burrell referred to the perverted homosexual spirit and the spirit of delusion and confusion, saying that it has deceived many men and women. She went ahead to say a lot of other things that would go on and not make Ellen too happy. Number 7, Piers Morgan.
People wave at you from Hollywood.
Just bear in mind, the Oscars currently doesn't have a host.
I'm told they're not going to have one.
Ready and willing to serve.
I'm ready.
Well, in this relationship, there's no love lost between Piers Morgan and Ellen DeGeneres. The two celebrities couldn't have had a more different outlook on things. Surprisingly, this feud started from just a social media post. Ellen DeGeneres ruffled a lot of feathers when she took to Twitter in 2017 to wish Katy Perry a happy birthday. Happy birthday at Katy Perry. It's time to bring out the big balloons. DeGeneres wrote cheekily, referencing a line from the singer's hit 2013 song, Birthday. The post would perhaps have been innocent enough if it were not for the fact that the talk show host then paired her well wishes with a snap of herself gawking at the pop star's breast, highlighting the lyric sexual innuendo. The backlash against DeGeneres was swift and severe, with some even comparing her to disgraced movie mogul Harvey Weinstein. Celebrities also voiced disapproval, including actor Michael Rappaport, and it seemed like everyone had taken offense with Ellen's comments. But Piers took his discontent a step further and tweeted, "If a man made this joke, Ellen would lead the cries of sexist pig." Morgan used those same words to describe DeGeneres in 2016, after she displayed a shirtless photo of Chris Hemsworth during her People's Choice Awards acceptance speech. In his statement, he didn't fail to clearly express his disgust at her actions. Number 6, Kelly Ripa.
I first want to honestly, sincerely thank you for welcoming me back to this show.
Kelly Ripa and Michael Strahan were one of the morning show circuit's favorite couples while co-hosting live with Kelly and Michael from 2012 to 2016. But when the latter abruptly announced he was leaving the show to join ABC's Good Morning America, their relationship quickly crumbled. When Ellen DeGeneres invited Strahan to appear on her show in October of 2017, Ripa was reportedly none too pleased. According to Star via Gossip Cop, Ellen's act of cozying up with Michael was like telling the world that she had taken his side and was taunting Kelly, which left Ripa livid. The tabloid claimed that it took DeGeneres a little while, but after the show aired, she realized how hurtful it must have been and allegedly reached out to Ripa to apologize. There have been no official reports of what has happened, but it seems like both celebs would still rather keep their distance. Number 5, Kathy Griffin.
Kathy Griffin's book. It was a blind item about a certain beloved daytime talk show host who has short blonde hair. Then in an Access interview, Kathy revealed who that was, Ellen DeGeneres.
Yes, Kathy Griffin may be a comedian just like Ellen, but the pair have endured one of the nastiest celebrity feuds that you could come across today. In 2016, two-time Emmy winner Kathy Griffin published a tell-all book dubbed Kathy Griffin's Celebrity Run-Ins, My A to Z Index. In the book, Griffin dished the dirt on more than 125 celebrities, including Ellen DeGeneres, who interestingly she didn't name outright. Griffin once wrote on US Weekly that she was almost positive a certain beloved daytime talk show host once had her kicked out of a backstage dressing room at the Emmy Awards, with her description leaving little doubt about the host's identity. She even went further to claim that Ellen has a mean streak that most people in Hollywood know about. Meanwhile, DeGeneres called Griffin very mean in an interview with W Magazine. She claims that she knew Griffin had a bad thing about wanting to be on the show, and even went further to say that she banned her from the show. Years have passed, but the drama is still ongoing. Griffin told The Hollywood Reporter in 2016 that she actually received a harsh call from DeGeneres about celebrity run-ins. Number 4, Drew Barrymore.
Hello, my friend.
Hello, my friend.
How are you?
I'm so good.
I haven't seen you in a while.
I know. I've been on the East Coast.
Yes, you are living there now, right?
I am.
There has not been a more terrible combination of the Ellen DeGeneres show than Drew Barrymore and Ellen herself. Despite being on the show, the duo failed to ever click. When NBC's First Dates launched in April 2017, it appeared to have all the makings of a hit show. Executive produced by Ellen DeGeneres and narrated by Drew Barrymore, the series set out to explore all of the simple wonders of a first date. But according to In Touch Weekly, the relationship between the show's celebrity duo may have been anything but amorous. Ellen and Drew were once referred to as a case of oil and water by a source cited by the mag. Ellen expected to be the one calling the shots, but Drew thinks she could have creative control because she's the movie star people are tuning in to see. This was the cause of many arguments behind the scenes and the duo to have any meaningful personal connection. Number 3, Joan Rivers.
Oh my goodness, Joan.
I am so sorry I'm late, and I
Why were you
apologize.
late? Yeah, this is... I waited for you too long.
I beg your pardon. I flew in because we did Fashion Police, which is on, you know.
Kathy Griffin's stink with Ellen DeGeneres is apparently somewhat of an onion. Peel back the layers and the whole thing supposedly stems from another alleged feud with another comedic legend. In November of 2016, interview with Access Hollywood, Griffin explained that her bad blood with DeGeneres is rooted in the latter's alleged rocky relationship with the late Joan Rivers. Joan strongly feels that since there were very few female comedians over 50, they should support each other, but the reverse is the case. Griffin continued with a passive-aggressive compliment of sorts on Ellen and her relationship with her and Griffin. According to her, Joan Rivers didn't have a mean bone in her body, and she wishes Ellen would have really celebrated her more because Ellen has such an amazing, incredible platform. Number 2, Susan Sarandon.
Thank you for having me.
How's everything? How's life?
Life's great. No complaints. I haven't seen you. You've had a baby.
I did. I had a baby,
You
yeah.
have controversy. You got everything going on.
In October 2019, Ellen DeGeneres was photographed sitting next to George W. Bush at an NFL game in Dallas, which instantly sparked controversy on social media. The comedian and former president were watching the Dallas Cowboys face off against the Green Bay Packers in the Cowboy suite when they were spotted chatting and laughing together. DeGeneres later defended herself against the backlash over their unlikely friendship in an episode of her talk show, preaching kindness and saying that she was friends with a lot of people who don't share the same beliefs that she does. However, a number of celebrity critics came forward to condone her openness. Actress Susan Sarandon was one of the said critics, sharing a quote from an Out magazine article titled, "Ellen is friends with Bush, but he was no friend to LGBTQ+ people." She decided to highlight one particular passage on Twitter, but missing the point entirely, DeGeneres framed the issue as simply a matter of her hanging out with someone with different opinions, not a man repeatedly accused of being a war criminal. The relationship between both of those quickly declined. Number 1. JAMEEL.
Welcome to the show!
This is wild. I have loved late night TV for so long, I can't believe I'm on an American talk show.
Oh, well, I am sorry.
Yet another celebrity to speak out against Ellen DeGeneres' unfaltering stance on her friendship with George W. Bush was actress JAMEEL. Following in the footsteps of Mark Ruffalo and Susan Sarandon, the Good Place star turned to Twitter to make her voice heard. Admitting that it took her some time to decide which side of the debate to be on, the British star went on to explain why she had to agree with DeGeneres' critics. JAMEEL's tweet said, "Oof, learning today about the full extent of Bush's heinous presidency." Interestingly enough, the tweet may have actually caused some ramifications in her professional life, as JAMEEL's co-star on A Good Place, Kristen Bell, actually defended DeGeneres. In a since-deleted Instagram post, Bell uploaded photos of DeGeneres and Bush and captured it via USA Today with, "She's my queen."
So I've never curled my hair before, because, and this isn't going to make me sound great, other people have always done it for me.
Also, while you are here, go ahead and check out one of these other videos on your screen, and we'll see you there.